Hello, YouTube and fellow artists. As promised, I'm back to share my process for painting a tiger in acrylics. It was my first time tackling this subject, but the lessons I learned are valuable and will definitely help in future projects. To start, with my primed canvas ready, I began by painting the tiger's signature black stripes using black acrylic paint. Then, I applied a light wash of burnt sienna across the entire face using a flat wash brush to establish a base layer. If you're unsure where to start, just dive in with any suitable underlayer. The great thing about acrylics is that they dry fast, so you can quickly adjust if a color isn't right. After that, I turn my attention to the eyes and nose. I find it helpful to complete these details early, so I can fully focus on the fur, which is one of the more challenging aspects. For the next layer, I painted the nose tip with burnt umber and applied burnt sienna to the face to create a solid foundation that would show through the fur layers. Now, onto the fur. I used round and detail brushes to paint the strands of fur. Starting with burnt umber, I made short strokes to create the darker fur. Whether you want to work from dark to light or light to dark is up to you, but remember, the key to realistic fur is following the natural direction of the strands as shown in your reference photo. This gives your painting that lifelike touch. Next, I added lighter burnt umber strokes around the nose, again keeping the direction varied to avoid uniformity. It's important not to make all your strokes parallel. Add variation for a more natural appearance. As you build layers, you might find that some of your earlier details, like the black stripes or white fur, start to get lost. Just go back and reapply them when needed to keep everything balanced. Be cautious with pure white. It's best reserved for highlights at the end. For the white fur, I mixed white with a touch of ultramarine blue and titanium white. With this mix, I painted the tiger's white fur, starting around the eyes and moving outward, following the natural fur pattern. Make sure not to overcomb the strokes, as real animal fur isn't perfectly neat. Allow some strands to stick out in different directions for added realism. After building up lighter layers of fur across the face, I mixed yellow ochre, burnt sienna, and titanium white for the lighter sections of the tiger's fur. For the muzzle and the larger patches of fur, I thinned the paint slightly with water to make the strokes flow more easily. If you want to add more layers, keep going with progressively lighter colors and thinner strokes. I saved the ears for last, but you can tackle them whenever you feel ready. I used a small, pointed round brush to create the fine strands of hair inside the ear. Finally, don't forget the whiskers. I used titanium white at this stage to finish them off. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button and give it a like. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see me paint next. I'll see you again soon with another painting time lapse.